The woman had just been drugged and kidnapped by her boyfriend of 1 week. He sold her to a remote village, but she felt no fear at all. Instead, she was overjoyed, for the man who had abducted her was the perfect sacrifice she had been searching for. She came from a mysterious village, where the villagers worshipped a serpent goddess. Every woman born there had the head of a human and the body of a snake. To remain in human form, and preserve their beauty, they had to offer the heart of an utterly evil man. When they turned 20, to complete their shedding ritual, with her 20th birthday fast approaching, the woman grew desperate. She dated all kinds of men, 17 boyfriends in total. From a seemingly kind professor, to a dishonest businessman, none were evil enough to be her sacrifice. Then she met a 19-year-old athlete on a dating app. The boy had an innocent face, and kept calling her sis non-stop. He seemed cheerful and youthful. At first, the woman only saw him as a distraction, but when she spotted a faint malicious mole in his selfie, she knew instantly he was her target. The woman immediately put on her sexiest camisole dress, and pursued him aggressively. In a dimly lit movie theater, she won over the seemingly naive boy easily, with flirty teasing and bold confessions. Later, when the boy confessed his true feelings, the woman replied with a charming, seductive smile. She said she loved him, so much she was willing to send him to his death. But after a week of dating, the woman began to doubt her judgment. The boy had no bad habits. He fed stray cats and helped the elderly cross the street. Apart from being dominant in bed, he was practically a good person. With time running out, the woman decided to abandon this target. She initiated a breakup, and even offered several thousand yuan as compensation, hoping to shake off the clingy boy. Faced with her firm decision, the boy broke down crying, and begged her to spend one last night with him. The woman softened and agreed. Little did she know, this was the start of a trap. Early the next morning, the woman woke up in a bumpy van. Her hands and feet were bound, and her mouth was gagged. Sitting beside her was the boy who had been in tears the night before. The glass of milk she had drunk before bed had been laced with drugs. Looking into the boy's cold, unfamiliar eyes, the woman appeared terrified on the surface, but she was thrilled inside. She had been right about him all along. This boy was no sweet innocent. He was a true wolf in sheep's clothing. The boy dropped his act completely, and sneered at her. If you won't be my girlfriend, I'll sell you to the mountains to be a fool's wife. His crime of trafficking women made him the perfect sacrifice. At the thought, the woman could barely hide her grin. The van drove deep into the mountains. Several burly men at the village entrance greeted the boy like an old friend. Once inside the village, the woman saw a woman chained up in a yard, her eyes empty and her body covered in wounds. The boy's mother beamed with pride, praising her son for bringing home another fine catch. They untied the woman's ropes, certain no one could escape the village once inside.